Hey everyone, welcome back for yet another video in the Crew 2, and this time we're going to be covering plane controls and how to get into the cockpit view when you're in the plane. So hopefully this video is going to help you guys out, and if it does, drop us a like below. But I'm going to start off with the controls now, and firstly it's the simple direction, so you can use the left analog stick to go down and up. And you can change the settings for that. You can invert that, so you can have up to go up and down to go down, simply by going into options, game settings, and scrolling all the way down here to invert axis plane. So I've inverted the axis on the aeroplane so that when I press up, I go up, and when I press down, I go down, which you can see me doing here. However, one thing that is slightly confusing when you get in the game, and probably just more accurate when it comes to driving a plane, is that when you move your left analog stick to the left, you don't fly to the left necessarily, you actually bank to the left. So instead of steering to go left and right with the left analog stick, you actually just tilt the plane. So you can do knife flights. So then that kind of leaves you with, how the heck do you turn left and right? And then maybe you'll try to use the right analog stick, but that's not it either. All that does is changes your view to the side, and pulling down gives you the rear view. But how do you take a left and right? So it's kind of a combination of a little bit of that, and then L1 and R1. And if you combine the two, then you get some half decent right turns. And again, to do the same, to go to the left. So with L1 and R1 on the PS4 and LB and RB on the Xbox One, you should be able to turn left and right relatively easily. And the added benefit of using the airdrift is that you pick up extra followers as you do it. So you can pick up, like I'm picking up 70 plus now, and then you can go to the left a little bit and pick up some more, and then you can go the other way and grab some more. And so you get the gist. Okay, so that's general directions, all with the left analog stick and L1 and R1 to do the drift. However, there are a few other things that you can do, and the first thing that you can do is, while accelerating, you can press X to give yourself a nitrous boost, and that will see you propelling yourself forward at a greater speed. You can also click down on the left analog stick to put on a little bit of smoke, just to give your moves that added kind of style, which kind of looks good when you're doing some of the kind of crazier moves, like a loop-the-loop and a nosedive combo and a little bit of drift. So you can see that's a good way to pick up followers as well. And you can just turn off the smoke with the left analog stick click again. So if you want to give yourself added turning capabilities, you can also throw in a bit of a button combination. So if you accelerate and then click on RB or LB and then add in the square button, you can see you get a bit of a sharper turn, and when you tilt in, you get much more turn, and that'll allow you to do much tighter circles. And then again, you can do the same in the left direction to give yourself much tighter circles that way. Okay, so that's basic movements done and dusted. You can also do things like an upside down flight, and then skim on close to the water to do inverted low altitude, pick up some followers like that, and then it's a case of just spinning on back. And you can hold it for a knife flight, but it's also a good idea to do a little bit of opposite direction drift to keep yourself from going into the water or crashing into the ground. And then you've got things like vertical flight, which is just a case of pulling up. And then you can just turn it downwards and do yourself a little bit of a nosedive. You can also use the directional buttons. If you press up, you'll get yourself a bigger map to see, and you can press up again to turn it off. You can also use the right directional button to switch between different viewpoints, so you can see right at the front of the propeller. You can see into the cockpit view, which is relatively cool, but it does take away a lot of your view of the ground, so it can be a little bit dangerous. And you can pull back and even further. So that's it guys, that is plane controls and how to get into the cockpit view here in the Crew 2. Hopefully it helps you guys out. If it does, drop us a like below. You can also check out the rest of our videos for the Crew 2 with the links on the right hand side, and subscribe to the channel with the links on the left. Hit that bell button if you want to get notifications for all of our videos as they come out. Leave any comments below and I'll catch you next time. Cheers guys, goodbye.